If you guys need someone to tell you that it's okay to just like stay home and to cut down on some of the chaos on Christmas, we're sharing that with you right now.
We couldn't even escape the weather this Christmas down in the Keys. You gotta see this.
So we want to give you a quick tour on how we do Christmas in the RV.
We call it famously the 10-second tour.
Whether it's Christmas or not, it's
Whether
still
it's
10
Christmas
seconds.
or not. Here we go. All right, so first of all, Merry Christmas. Second of all, that's not exactly the way the Keys look right now. And you're probably wondering, what the heck are we doing in the Keys? We were just in Glacier. We're gonna catch you up on that. But right now, let me show you something. We couldn't even escape the weather this Christmas down in the Keys. You gotta see this.
Hold the door.
So I thought we were going to be able to escape the weather this year. I was like, oh, we're cheating it this year. We're down in the Keys. Everybody else is suffering. And we're not exactly suffering down here. But I didn't account for the wind. We looked at the forecast. It was like mid-60s, 70s. I was like, that's not a big deal. But 25-mile-an-hour winds for 2 days straight during Christmas, that's a big deal.
It's a little windy, but we just wanted to invite you guys to join us today for a very special Christmas edition. And we wanted to also say that we hope that you are warm and safe wherever you find yourselves on this Christmas. He's joking a little about us like roughing it. We know that there's a lot of people that are dealing with power outages and craziness in the weather. So we hope you guys are safe and that you're having a wonderful Christmas regardless.
All right, so people ask us all the time, what do we do for holidays? And we just want to encourage you that it's not as bad as you think it's going to be, and it might even be better. So we're going to talk about all things holiday related and maybe a little bit of a tour too. We want to show you how we decorate for Christmas around here. So let's get into it.
All right, so like Corey said, we get asked a lot about holidays on the road, and we just wanted to make sure that you guys know that you can still travel and celebrate and still hold on to your family traditions while traveling. That was something that was really important to me. I'm very traditionalist and I love all the holiday and Christmas traditions. Corey is laughing because it's like super intense. But that was really important to me, and I was a little worried when we hit the road that maybe that was going to get lost while we were traveling. So it's something that we've really tried to focus on. A lot of people only see their families on the holidays, and that is when their intentional time together is. And when we started traveling, we started being able to have that intentional time with family all over the country whenever we got to see them. And so it became a little bit less important for it to have to be on Christmas Day and on Thanksgiving. We are still very intentional about seeing our families near the holidays, but it doesn't always have to fall right on those specific days. So we just spent Thanksgiving and celebrated Christmas with our families in Maine, but this year we are by ourselves. This is actually our 6th Christmas on the road, which is kind of crazy.
It is crazy to think about.
Some of them we have spent with family. One of them we actually left the RV and flew to Maine and stayed in the lake house, and this is actually our 2nd year where we are going to be just the 4 of us in the RV. Spending time with family is amazing at Christmas. It's awesome, but you're not in your own home, and this is our home, so it kind of takes away from the feeling of Christmas. So this to us is our best and most favorite option, and we're really excited to be able to share what that's like with you guys.
So even when we're in a house, that's kind of how we did it. We did, you cannot ignore the hustle and bustle of Christmas.
Right.
Or any other holiday, but specifically for Christmas, we did all that. We did all of the stuff you do around the holidays, but Christmas Day, we decided we were just going to stay put in the house and just enjoy each other and just relax and not run around. Everybody was welcome to come over if they wanted to, but we stayed home for Christmas. So isn't that much different.
Yeah, exactly. We just got to the point where it was really rough to have the girls open their gifts and be like, get dressed, we have to leave, and run around and do stuff. And so if you guys need someone to tell you that it's okay to just like stay home and to cut down on some of the chaos on Christmas, we're sharing that with you right now.
Another easy thing to say is we always preach, say yes to opportunities, but around the holidays, I think it's okay to say no.
I agree. If it's going to take away from, I call our house and our family our bubble, and if it's going to take away from the energy that you have to give to your spouse and to your kids, and anything that's going to remove like the joy from your bubble, then it's time to start putting boundaries up. And for us, Christmas just got too chaotic, and the year that we made that decision was like the best Christmas ever.
It was a good Christmas.
And we spent lots of time with family still, before and after, but that day was sacred, and we just kind of like spent it together. And so we've tried to continue that as we've traveled, and we're really excited that this year is gonna feel a lot more like that. So before we get going on any of the other pieces of how we do Christmas, we want to give you a quick tour on how we do Christmas in the RV.
Oh yeah, you want to see our huge decoration. Here we go. So first off, here is our humongous Christmas tree.
Corey was like, why don't we have ornaments? And I'm like, honey, this is the size of ornaments.
Yeah,
like, do you know what? It's like the whole tree. Which, by the way, some of our friends made. So this is Tobacco Barn Craftsman. They make incredible pieces, and they sent this to us last year with our logo on it, and we love it. So it hangs in a different spot because it's too big to hang on our little tree.
So we used to actually carry some of this stuff around with us. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. There's just this garland here, a wreath, the tree. It's not a lot.
And our stockings.
But it seemed wasteful to just keep it with us all the time.
Right.
So we figured out that we're either in Maine and we have other stuff in Maine, or we're down here in Florida and we just drop it at Jess's nanny's house in St. Augustine, and it's just convenient.
All of the decorations that we use in the RV stays at my grandmother's house. Just so you guys know, we did not like get rid of all of our Christmas decorations. So everything that was for our tree that we used to have at home, like special ornaments from when the girls were little and things that I wanted to save, those are some of the keepsakes that we still have at my mother's in Maine. And when we went back to Maine for Christmas, we were able to take that out and see all of that stuff. So that's really fun to be able to go back. And someday when, you know, things change and we may be in a house for Christmas, then we'll be able to pull all that stuff back out again. We did not get rid of that stuff. I do think that is one of the pieces that you want to keep forever.
Forever, exactly. So anyways, that was the entire tour right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's most of it. Okay, you do need to look in the girls' room because they do decorate their spaces just a little bit.
All right, so this one is Layla's. And up here is Lily. Now, they love all these lights. They keep these lights on all the time. But these lights are just simply, this is just garland. And these are just string lights that run on batteries. They last for forever. So they are inexpensive, lightweight, very portable.
Don't use any power.
Yes, don't use any power.
That's another key piece, is that we like something that we can just turn on and off at night. These are on timers, so they go off at 8 hours. If you forget to turn them off, they're great. The only other things that I use all the time, ladies, I know there's a lot of you that agree with me on this, I have to have pine candles. When it's Christmas time, I start burning them on November 1st, and they will continue burning through the new year. But let me know, what's your favorite kind of candle to have at Christmas, because I'm big on candles. So we have one in here, and then I have one in the bathroom. Obviously, be very careful when you're burning candles in an RV. I know people are gonna get upset about that kind of stuff.
Can barely see it. There it is. That's our decorations in there.
There it is. There's a little bit in the bathroom. And then same in our bedroom. You're not going to carry a bunch of stuff around, and as you guys know about us already, we're super minimal people to start with, so our Christmas decorations are going to be pretty minimal.
Pretty minimal is...
Just a little bit.
Is probably a good word for it.
Don't make fun of my decorations.
So that's it. That's the whole tour of our Christmas RV, and essentially our RV tour too.
Yeah.
We call it famously the 10-second tour.
Whether it's Christmas or not, it's still 10 seconds. Or not.
But let's talk about that. So we've shared our renovated RV tour in the past, and that was what, a year and a half ago that we renovated.
It was a while ago.
And I can say with great delight, everything has held up very well. I was nervous about the paint holding up. Is it going to get dirty all the time? And yes, it gets dirty, but I mean, if you wash it with just soap and water,
way better than I anticipated.
Twice a month.
Oh yeah, only a couple times, and I've only touched up the paint once.
Yeah,
and just
usually
little chips.
It's only this area that sees all of the activity that gets the dirtiest. I'm not sure why I'm talking about dirty RVs for Christmas, but that's where we're at right now. We have really enjoyed this renovation. The light, the bright, it feels so much better.
It was like getting a new RV, honestly.
It really is, because it is dark out right now, and it's It's nice and bright in here.
Can I show them my newest favorite renovation that they haven't seen in our original tour?
Yes.
So we did get the Furion fridge in stainless steel, and so we recently got the oven to match, and this is a new piece that I didn't realize they had. So this used to be the same drawer front in wood, and Corey just put the new attachment on it, so it's just the same drawer that was there, but it gives that illusion of a full residential oven, and we're all about faking it in an RV. So
yeah, okay, so this is my favorite fake right here. So this is simply a fake piece of wood in here that I painted black to give it the illusion of a square normal house door. And I don't know, I'm proud of it. I might be silly, but that's...
I love it.
And speaking of ovens, that brings up another thing that is big for the holidays. Obviously, food is very important for the holidays.
This is Corey's favorite part of Christmas, by the way.
Yes. So long ago we decided, I don't really like turkey. So long ago we decided that we do prime rib for Christmas. So I don't know how many years ago, 15 years ago?
A long
time ago. We decided prime rib was our thing. That's what we do for Christmas. So what do? Are you traditional? Are you turkey and whatever, or ham, or what do you do?
I mean, I've heard people they get Chinese takeout for
I
Christmas
have heard
dinner.
that, yeah.
So do
Or
you
pizza.
eat pizza? What do you do for Christmas dinner? Because we always love hearing about that. And what's your favorite dessert?
That brings us to traditions. Let's talk a little bit about traditions. All right, before we talk about traditions, I'm going to give us a little plug. If you haven't subscribed to us, can you do that? That'd be awesome. That'd be a great Christmas present for us. And also, we have hats still available. So check the link in the description, and that's it. That's enough for us. Traditions.
All right, so I mentioned already that I love Christmas traditions, and we have both taken traditions from both sides of our families and kind of meshed them together. I think that was my favorite part about getting married and starting our own family, was being able to take all of our favorite traditions and start those with the girls, and even starting some of our own. But our 3 favorite Christmas traditions are as follows.
In no particular order, and I'm actually curious, can you hear all this flapping in the wind? If you look outside, all of our palm trees are just going...
So windy. So
oh my gosh.
Sorry if it's loud, guys.
So
that's what we got.
In no particular order.
We have number 1, we do a treasure hunt on Christmas Eve. So the girls are finding clues all over the RV, outside, when it was in our house, same thing. This is a tradition from Corey's mother and father, and they still do it to this day. Even when we're not with family, we're all sending pictures back and forth of all the grandkids doing the hunt, and there's a prize at the very end that the girls get to open, and so that's a super, super fun tradition for us.
So the thing goes... You find the first clue, and then on the back of that first clue that you find is the clue to the next thing, and
it goes on and on.
Keeps on going on until you get to the prize.
Our next tradition is called the table gift, also one of his parents' traditions that I love so much. This is a gift that's usually small, so if it's not a small gift, you have to get creative and find a way for it to fit into a small box, whether it's searching for it somewhere else. Anyways, this is the last gift of the day, and they're all wrapped the same, sitting on the table, and everyone opens them all at Christmas dinner. This is a super fun gift because Christmas is over, and the excitement is coming down, and then all of a sudden you walk in and it's we still have a table gift left. So everyone opens them before you eat dinner, and that's one that we really, really love. Last but not least is my favorite tradition. So one of my father's traditions that his mother had done for him was that he always blew up balloons and put them all over our house, on top of our beds, all around the Christmas tree. And so that was something that we woke up to, and it was my favorite tradition as a child. And so we've always done that for the girls. And let me tell you, if you guys have young children, you can buy less than half of the Christmas presents, because all they're going to care about is the balloons.
Yeah, we're talking, we fill a room with balloons, so many balloons, and the girls have always loved it. That's been her favorite thing that she's always remembered, because that was one of her father's things.
Yep.
And he's no longer with us,
yep.
so...
It's one of the ways that we honor and remember him on Christmas, and so on Christmas Eve, blowing up the balloons for me is such a special thing. One year he blew up 500 balloons and filled our bedroom with 500 balloons. It was hilarious. We are very curious, what are your favorite Christmas traditions? Leave them in the comments below. It's never too late to add traditions, and so even if you haven't done them the whole time with your kids, we're constantly hearing things that we're that's awesome, we should start doing that. Add those family traditions. They're really important for your children. They're important to remember generations back and forward.
They're anchor points.
They are. There's something that like tie you together, and those are things that they can sit down and talk with their grandparents about and share with their grandparents and their great-grandparents, because they've all been part of that. Our children are very lucky that they still have 3 great-grandparents alive, which is just not common these days, and so being able to share those traditions with those generations is really special.
All right, so that's our Christmas. Those are our holidays. Be encouraged. You can still do your traditions. You can still do your holidays on the road. It can even be better, because throughout the year you can go to different places and see different people that you might not have the opportunity to see otherwise.
Yeah.
For instance, for a couple years we were able to go down to Corpus Christi when my parents moved down there and spend Christmas with them. Had we not been on the road, we probably wouldn't have been able to make the trip.
Probably
so
not.
There are benefits to it. Don't only think about the negatives. And that brings us back to the fact that you're probably really confused on our timeline. This is Christmas. And if you watch Less Junk More Journey, you've seen us with them. We were just with KYD. We are going to go back to Glacier in the timeline. We're not actually going back there. And
next week you will see us back in Glacier.
A whirlwind of a trip from Glacier down to Corpus Christi.
Maine, Florida.
We're going to catch you guys up. We're just a few episodes behind, and we're excited to share.
We think 2023 is going to be incredible. We want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. We're so excited for all that is coming in the next year. We are excited to be posting about the Tampa show coming soon, so be looking on all of our channels across social media.
Yes, come
for
down.
all that information. If you are in the area, come find us at the Tampa show. We love getting to meet all of you, and we'll be posting all the information about our meetup soon. Merry Christmas, and we hope you guys have a wonderful and Happy New Year. This is what Mom is the most excited about for Christmas. And this is what Dad's most excited about.